Hello there! In this video we're going to go over the portion of the Unit 1 practice test that deals with adding and subtracting integers. So that's going to be the first 8 questions. I'll just go ahead and draw a little line here to divide it off. So in problems 1 through 8 we're going to remember the rules for adding and subtracting integers. A good first step, and I'm going to say it up here, okay, step 1, check for double signs. Check for double signs. What are double signs? That's what I call it when you have 2 signs in a row with no number in between. So like over here you have number, sign, number. So no double signs. Here you have sign, number, sign, sign, number. So you see those two guys? Those are a double sign. So we're going to remember that. We're going to keep looking at the other problems, okay? Look at number 3. We have sign, number, sign, sign, number. That's right. That's another double sign. Okay, there's another one. We're going to keep looking through the first 8. We're looking just for double signs. What about in problem number 4? Double sign or no double sign? Yes, that plus minus. 2 signs in a row, you have a double sign. Good. Number 5? Yes, negative, negative, or minus, minus. That's a double sign. Good. Number 6? Yes, we have another one, another minus, minus. What about number 7? No double sign there, so we don't have to worry about that one. We just have sign, number, sign, number. Look at number 8. Again, no double signs there, so it's good to go. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is change all of the double signs into one sign so that we can tell a little bit better what we're looking at. Now when we're changing double signs into one sign, you're going to use the same rules that you do for multiplication, which basically are these. I'll write them over here. If it's a positive and a negative together, or a negative and a positive together, that's going to become a negative or a minus. If you have a positive and a positive together, or a negative and a negative together, those are going to become a positive or a plus sign. Okay, so let's take this rule and apply it. Starting with number 2. It looks like we have a plus and a minus. So wait, what was that rule again? Plus, minus, becomes a minus. Okay, so these signs, I'm just going to circle them, are going to become a minus. Now I'm going to copy down everything that wasn't in that circle. So we had a 5 over here, and we have a negative 6 out front. Okay, this problem, it's not solved yet, but I'm just going to leave it for now, and we're going to come back to it once we're done with the other problems. All right, let's look at number 3. We have a double sign here. Let's transform it into one sign. So use the rules. We have negative, negative. Oh, negative, negative. Looks like that becomes a plus sign. So I'm going to circle my signs, and everything inside that circle is just going to become a plus, and everything outside the circle is going to get copied down. So we have a 4 there, and we have a negative 4 there. All right, so that one is getting closer to being solved. I'm just going to go through and do all the double signs at once. Now, if you'd rather solve one problem completely, you can do it that way too. I'm just going to show you this way, where you do all the double signs at once. Okay, number 4, we have plus, minus. Oh, that sounds familiar. Plus, minus, yeah, that's right. It's going to be a negative or a minus. So again, I'm going to circle the 2 signs. Whatever's inside the circle, I'm going to replace it just with that minus sign, and I'm going to copy down everything outside of the circle. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead to this one. And if you feel like you've got this part under control, you can fast forward your video to the next step if you want. Don't just tune out, just fast forward it, okay? So here it looks like our double sign is minus, minus. Look over here, looks like minus, minus becomes a plus. So we're going to just write that as a plus instead. Bring down the 11 there, and then the negative 4 there. Okay, over here. Minus, minus, again, that's going to be a plus. So all of that just becomes a plus. I didn't mean to circle that 3. It just kind of got caught up in there. But that's what that's going to look like. Okay, step 2. It is time for step 2. Step 2 is to use the song. And hopefully you remember the song. Let's just go ahead and repeat it together to make sure we all remember the words. So that same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So now we're going to go back and use the song for every single one of these 8. And then we'll be done with this video. Okay, so first of all, problem 1. We have a positive 9 and a minus 15, negative 15. So we need to ask ourselves, do we have same signs or do we have different signs? Since we have a positive and a negative, that's different signs. Think about the song, different signs subtract. So sounds like we need to subtract here. You could say 9 minus 15, but it's a lot easier to think of 15 minus 9 because it's really a lot easier when the bigger number comes first, right? So what is 15 minus 9? That's going to be 6. Now we're not done yet, but we're almost done. The song says, keep the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So look back up to the problem. Which one is bigger, 15 or 9? 15 is bigger, and what sign is in front of it? Do we have a plus or do we have a minus? Looks like we have a minus, so that means 6 is also going to have a minus in front of it. In other words, our answer is negative 6. Put a circle around it and you're done. Let's go to the next one. Negative 6 minus 5. So we don't have to worry about the double sign thing anymore. We already took care of it. We have negative 6 minus 5. Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Well, same signs or different signs here? We have same signs. Good. So same signs add and keep. And I know it's like, what? Look at all these minus signs everywhere. How is it possible that we need to add these numbers? That's just crazy. But that's the way it works. When they are both negative, you want to add them. So 5 plus 6, that's going to equal 11. Leave yourself some space here in case you need to write a sign, right? So we have the 11. And as the song goes, it says same signs add and keep. What that keep means is you keep the sign that's in front of them. Right now they both have negative signs or minuses, and we're just going to put one of those in front of the 11. And you are done with that one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, folks, same signs or different signs? Different signs. Different signs, what do? Do they add or they subtract? Different signs subtract. Right. So what is 4 minus 4? Ah, man, we got 0. You know what the great thing about 0 is? You don't have to worry about whether it's positive or negative because it can't be either one. It's just 0. So we're done with that. Yay. Let's go on to number 4. Positive 9 minus 3. And again, we know that 9 is positive because there's nothing there. That means it has to be positive. So same signs or different signs? Different signs. Good. And do different signs add or do they subtract? Again, different signs subtract. So let's do 9 minus 3. And that's going to give us 6. And come to think of it, if you just said 9 minus 3, that's actually a pretty easy question to answer. You probably knew the answer to that in 2nd grade. But talking through it like this with same signs, different signs, that's a good way to show that the rules hold, even for those problems that are more familiar to us. Okay, so we have 6 there. Let's go on. Problem number 5. Negative 4 plus 11. Same signs or different signs? Different signs. So let's subtract. I like to say 11 minus 4 just because I like to say the bigger number first. 11 minus 4 is going to be 7. I'm going to leave myself some space in case I need to write a sign right there. So how do we figure out the sign on the 7? That's where we do the take the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So which number is bigger, 4 or 11? 11 is bigger. What sign is in front of 11? Looks like a plus, a positive sign, so it's going to be positive 7. So I don't need to write anything. I'll just leave it as 7. Okay, next, number 6. 13 plus 5. Oh, that's not too bad. 13 plus 5 is going to be 18. Now you could think of it as a positive and a positive, so same signs add and keep. So you add them together and then you keep the sign. But since you're just looking at positive numbers there and you want to just add them, that's okay too. Let's look at number 7. Negative 4 minus 12. Same signs, different signs? What do you think? Same signs. And do same signs add or do they subtract? I know we've got all these minus signs here and that makes us really want to subtract, right? But when they have the same signs, we have to add. You'll get used to this, I promise. We're going to practice it so much. So let's add 4 plus 12 equals 16. I'm leaving myself some space in case I need a sign there. So same signs add and keep. That means we have to keep whatever the original signs were, and looks like they're minus signs. So we're going to make it negative 16. Okay, One more problem. Negative 14 plus 8. Same signs or different signs? Different signs. What do different signs do? Different signs subtract. Okay, so we got to subtract them. What's 14 minus 8? We get 6. Great. Now let's think positive or negative. We've got to take the sign of the larger number. So is 14 bigger or is 8 bigger? That's right, 14 is the bigger number. And the sign in front of 14 is a negative. So we're just going to put that negative right there on the answer. Okay, that's it for this video. If you want help with any of the other sections, check out one of the other videos. Bye.